Deep within the island of New Guinea, a world exists that time has seemingly forgotten. Here, a vast unbroken sea of green stretches to the horizon, a canopy so dense that sunlight struggles to touch the forest floor. It is a place of profound silence, punctuated only by the calls of unseen creatures and the rustle of leaves in the humid air. This is a world ruled by nature, ancient and powerful. Hidden within this immense wilderness, a people live in harmony with the forest, their existence woven into its very fabric. They are a whisper in the trees, a shadow moving silently through the undergrowth, living as they have for countless generations. They are the Korowai. To venture here is to step into a living, breathing cathedral of green. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and blooming flowers, a heavy perfume that hangs in the stillness. Every sound is magnified. A twig snaps with the report of a gunshot. A distant bird call echoes through the trees, a lonely, haunting melody. The constant low hum of insects forms a backdrop to this symphony of the wild. Here one feels a sense of being watched, not by a single pair of eyes, but by the forest itself. It is a humbling, almost primal feeling, a reminder that we are but visitors in a realm that is not our own. The first signs of human presence are subtle, easily missed by the untrained eye. A broken branch, a faint path winding through the tangled roots of a banyan tree. These are the quiet signposts that lead into the heart of the Korowai world. Their lives are a testament to human resilience and ingenuity, a deep understanding of this complex environment. They have learned the secrets of the forest, its rhythms, its dangers, and its bounties. They navigate this world not with maps, but with an inherited knowledge passed down through stories and songs, a map etched into their very souls. As we draw closer, the sounds of the forest begin to change. Mingled with the cries of the birds of paradise and the chatter of monkeys, a new sound emerges. It is the distant echo of voices, the faint rhythmic chop of a stone axe against wood. These are the sounds of life, of community, of a people who have carved out a home in one of the most challenging landscapes on earth. We approach with the utmost respect, for we're about to glimpse a way of life that is as fragile as it is ancient. A culture that exists in a delicate balance with the powerful forces of the natural world. The rainforest is a world of layers. High above, the canopy forms a dense ceiling, a mosaic of leaves shimmering in the filtered sunlight. Great hornbills fly between the branches, their powerful wings making a loud whooshing sound that echoes through the trees. Below this, in the understory, life unfolds in the shadows. Lianas, thick as a man's arm, hang like ropes, and ferns grow in a profusion of shapes and sizes. The forest floor itself is a world of decay and renewal, a soft carpet of fallen leaves, where fungi glow with a faint, ghostly light in the deepening twilight. Every niche, every crevice is teeming with life. This is a land of giants and jewels. Towering ironwood trees, their trunks buttressed by enormous roots, stand like ancient sentinels guarding the forest's secrets. Their sheer scale is difficult to comprehend, dwarfing everything around them. But the forest's beauty is also found in its smaller details. A flash of iridescent blue reveals a Ulysses butterfly as it flits through a patch of sunlight. A tree frog, perfectly camouflaged, clings to a broad green leaf, its golden eyes unblinking. The air is alive with the flutter of wings and the scuttling of tiny feet. A constant, subtle motion that speaks of the incredible diversity of this ecosystem. Water is the lifeblood of this forest. Mighty rivers, the colour of milky tea, carve their way through the landscape, their currents slow and powerful. These waterways are the highways of the jungle, corridors of life that connect the disparate parts of this vast wilderness. The gentle lapping of water against the muddy banks is a constant, soothing sound, a counterpoint to the more dramatic calls of the wild. Along the river's edge, crocodiles lie in wait, their log-like forms barely visible in the murky shallows, ancient predators that have remained unchanged for millions of years. As day turns to night, the forest transforms. The creatures of the day fall silent, and a new cast of characters emerges from the darkness. The air grows cooler, and the hum of insects intensifies, a high-pitched, electric chorus that fills the night. The moon, when it can be seen through the canopy, casts an ethereal glow on the leaves, turning the familiar landscape into something strange and magical. It is in the darkness that the forest truly feels alive, a mysterious and powerful entity that holds its secrets close. The hoot of an owl or the sudden cry of a nocturnal mammal is a stark reminder of the life that continues in the shadows. The Korowai are masters of their environment, and nowhere is this more evident than in their extraordinary homes. They do not live on the forest floor, with its dampness and its many dangers. Instead, they live in the trees. Their houses are perched high in the canopy, sometimes as high as 40 or 50 meters above the ground. These are not simple huts, but remarkable feats of engineering, constructed entirely from materials gathered from the surrounding forest. From a distance, they appear like giant nests, blending almost seamlessly into the foliage, a testament to the tribe's ingenuity and their intimate connection to the trees. Building a treehouse is a communal effort, a process steeped in tradition and practical knowledge. A single, sturdy tree is chosen to be the central pillar of the home. The builders, with incredible agility and balance, climb high into the branches to lay the foundation. Poles are lashed together with rattan vines, and a floor is created from stripped bark. The walls and roof are made from sago palm leaves, expertly woven to keep out the rain. Every element is carefully selected and skillfully assembled, resulting in a structure that's both strong and flexible, able to sway with the wind like the branches of the tree itself. Life in a treehouse is a vertical existence. Access is via a single notched pole, a precarious ladder that requires immense skill and confidence to climb. This design serves a vital purpose. It keeps the family safe from biting insects, animal predators, and, in their belief system, malevolent spirits that roam the forest floor at night. Inside, the space is often divided into separate areas for men and women, with a central hearth for cooking. Smoke from the fire escapes through a small hole in the roof, a thin plume that is often the only sign of the house's existence from below. From their homes in the sky, the Korowai have a unique perspective on the world. They live above the canopy, looking down on the forest that sustains them. Here they are closer to the birds, to the wind, and to the sky. The sounds of the forest floor are muffled and distant, replaced by the rustling of leaves and the creaking of the house as it moves with the tree. It is a life lived in close quarters, a family unit suspended between earth and sky, their survival dependent on their cooperation, their skill, and their deep, abiding respect for the forest that is their home. Daily life for the Korowai is governed by the rhythms of the forest. The rising and setting of the sun, the changing seasons, and the availability of food dictate the patterns of their days. Their entire world is a larder and a workshop, providing everything they need for survival. The men are skilled hunters, moving silently through the undergrowth with bows and arrows, their senses finely tuned to the slightest movement or sound. They hunt wild pigs, cassowaries, and smaller game, their knowledge of animal behavior passed down through generations. A successful hunt is a cause for celebration, a vital contribution to the well-being of the family. The sago palm is the cornerstone of the Korowai diet. It is a remarkable plant, providing a rich source of carbohydrates. The process of harvesting and preparing sago is long and arduous, a task primarily undertaken by the women. A palm is felled, and its trunk is split open to reveal the starchy pith inside. This pith is then pounded and washed in a trough made of leaves, a process that separates the starch from the fibre. The resulting paste is a versatile food source which can be cooked over the fire to make a kind of bread, a staple that sustains them through the year. The forest provides more than just food. It is a source of medicine, tools, and building materials. The Korowai possess an encyclopedic knowledge of the plants around them. They know which leaves can be used to treat a fever, which vines are strong enough to build a house, and which woods are best for making bows and arrows. This is not just practical knowledge. It is a deep spiritual connection to the plant world. Every tree, every plant has a purpose and a spirit, and is treated with the respect it deserves. They take only what they need, living in a sustainable way that has allowed them to thrive in this environment for centuries. Children learn the ways of the forest from a very young age. They follow their parents on foraging trips, learning to identify edible plants and insects. Boys practice with small bows and arrows, honing the skills they will need as hunters. Girls learn the complex process of preparing sago and weaving bags from string made of tree bark. Play itself is a form of education, as children mimic the activities of the adults, absorbing the knowledge and skills necessary for survival. Their playground is the forest itself, and their lessons are taught by the world around them, ensuring that the ancient traditions of the Korowai will be carried on to the next generation. The spiritual world of the Korowai is as rich and complex as the forest they inhabit. Their beliefs are not written in books, but are woven into the fabric of their daily lives, into their stories, their songs, and their rituals. They live in a world populated by spirits, both benevolent and malevolent. The spirits of their ancestors are a constant presence, watching over them, offering guidance and protection. The forest itself is alive with supernatural beings, spirits that inhabit the trees, the rivers, and the earth. To live successfully, one must understand these spirits and know how to appease them. One of the most important figures in their cosmology is the khakhua, a malevolent spirit or witch that is believed to take human form. The Korowai believe that a khakhua consumes a person from the inside, causing them to fall ill and die for no apparent reason. It is a belief born from a world without modern medicine, an attempt to explain the unexplainable, the sudden onset of disease and death. This belief, while unsettling to an outsider, is a fundamental part of their worldview, a way of maintaining social order and making sense of the tragedies that befall them. It speaks to a deep-seated fear of the unseen forces that can disrupt the harmony of their community. Rituals and ceremonies are essential for maintaining balance between the human and spirit worlds. When a new treehouse is built, or before a major hunt, ceremonies are performed to ensure success and to ward off evil spirits. These rituals often involve chanting, dancing, and offerings to the spirits. They are moments when the community comes together, reinforcing their social bonds and their shared beliefs. The sounds of drumming and singing may echo through the forest on these occasions, a powerful expression of their cultural identity and their connection to the spiritual realm that surrounds them. The world of the Korowai is one where the physical and the spiritual are inextricably linked. A falling tree, a strange animal cry in the night, a sudden illness, all can be interpreted as signs or messages from the spirit world. Shamans or spiritual healers play a crucial role in interpreting these signs and in communicating with the spirits. They are the keepers of the tribe's sacred knowledge, individuals who are believed to be able to travel between the world of the living and the world of the spirits. Their wisdom is essential for the health and harmony of the entire community, guiding them through the mysteries of life and death. To leave the world of the Korowai is to feel as though you are waking from a dream. As the sounds of the village fade, they are once again replaced by the immense enveloping sounds of the rainforest. The chattering of birds, the hum of insects, the whisper of wind through the high canopy. It is a return to a silence that is not empty, but full of life. The experience of having been in their presence leaves a profound and lasting impression. It is a glimpse into a different way of being, a life lived with a depth of connection to the natural world that most of us have long since lost. Their existence poses a fundamental question. What does it mean to be human? The Korowai show us that there are other ways to live, other ways to understand the world. Their wealth is not measured in material possessions, but in the strength of their community, their knowledge of the forest, and their connection to the spirit world. They are a living testament to the adaptability and resilience of our species, a reminder that for most of human history we lived not in opposition to nature, but as an integral part of it. Their world is a mirror, reflecting a part of ourselves that we've perhaps forgotten. The future of the Korowai, like the future of the rainforest they call home, is uncertain. The world outside their forest is changing rapidly, and the pressures of modernity are creeping ever closer. For now, however, their culture remains vibrant, their traditions intact. They continue to build their houses in the trees, to hunt with bows and arrows, and to tell the stories of their ancestors. They remain masters of their domain, a people whose lives are a perfect expression of the environment that shaped them. How much longer this can last, no one can say. As we depart, we carry with us not answers, but a sense of wonder. The mystery of the Korowai is not something to be solved, but something to be respected. They are a people who live in the shadows, not of ignorance, but of a deep and profound wisdom. They remind us that there are still corners of our world that are wild and untamed, and that the human story is far richer and more varied than we often imagine. The forest holds them in its embrace, and for now, their secret world remains guarded by the emerald labyrinth and by an ancient, unbroken silence.